Well, it's that time of year again when I look at another hit or miss Christmas special. And this time around, I decided to go a little bit obscure with a movie that I found at a thrift store. How the Toys Saved Christmas, also known as The Blue Arrow, was an Italian film released in 1996. It was directed by Enzo Diallo, who's done a few other animated films, though it doesn't look like any of them made it over to the US. But this one did, thanks to Buena Vista Home Video. Uh-oh, Disney logo. Better cover that up before I get arrested. By the way, I only have the VHS tape, but it was eventually released on DVD. Let's take a look at the cover. No! Live action! No! Take it away! Take it away! Oh, why would you do that? Oh. Christmas is ruined! Oh wait, you get a free music CD. Never mind, that makes up for it. So this film was based loosely on a character from Italian folklore called Befana, who is a good witch that delivers presents to children just like Santa Claus, though she's not really associated with Christmas. She has more of a connection to Epiphany Eve, which takes place on January 5th. Close enough. I should also mention the English dub features the voice talents of Mary Tyler Moore and Tony Randall. Well, at least this sounds interesting, so let's see how the toys save Christmas. The movie takes place in Genericsburg, where everyone's getting ready for Christmas.
Now, Alfred, don't expect Santa to bring you everything on your list. Do you understand?
Why not? He does every year, and what he doesn't, our parents will buy.
I love being rich.
Poor simple children, I hear that they only get 1 or 2 presents for Christmas.
Alfred, I simply don't understand that. How can they possibly appreciate the spirit of Christmas that way? Don't they know what this holiday's about? It's better to receive, and to receive, and to receive some more, isn't that right?
Oh, all these one-present children are making me bored. What say we go downtown and throw pennies at the homeless? Privilege. So Befana, who in this movie is called Granny Rose, has set up shop in this town where all the children bring their Christmas lists. One particular boy named Christopher came to deliver a list for some of the town orphans, but he's stopped by this big creepy guy.
Orphans, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean children who haven't got any money?
Yes, but they've been good. Does it really matter if they have no money?
Excuse me, I was just choking on my own evil.
I can't take 2 steps without tripping over some raggedy brat begging for a sailboat, or a train, or a puppy. Face the facts, kid. There isn't any Santa. And if you haven't got any cash in your pockets, you don't get any toys.
Oh, please, we all know the best way to get toys is through a monthly subscription service. Right, Shredder? So the evil-looking dude is Mr. Grimm, who's looking after the shop while Granny Rose is sick. And she immediately trusted this stranger with a black trench coat, evil mustache, and is named Mr. Grimm. And now she's letting him deliver the gifts while she's sick.
Your magic room, so it is real.
Yes, take it. I know it will be in good hands. Oh, and the shawl, you'd better put that on.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, you'll do from a distance. The children will think that you're Granny Rose.
I don't know, I think the big mustache might give him away. And in case it wasn't obvious, this guy is our villain. He's planning on holding up delivery of the toys so he can charge desperate parents for them and then make off with their money. And although they never really say it, I think they imply that he's keeping Granny Rose sick by poisoning her.
You hadn't shown up looking for work.
You better drink it all.
Oh, yes.
Wow, move over, Ebenezer Scrooge. Christmas has a new enemy. After hearing his plans, the toys, which are alive by the way, decide that in order to save Christmas, they'll just deliver themselves. And hopefully not freak anyone out in the process. So they give Mr. Grimm the slip, but then he tries to go after them on Granny Rose's magic broom. And it goes about as well as you'd expect.
Finally decided to work, did you? Well, fly! Fly! Oh, stop! Stop, nice broom! Where are the brakes? The brakes! Mama.
Well, so much for his credibility as an effective villain. So one by one, the toys visit the houses of children, and someone stays behind to be the child's toy. And at first, this seems like a cute little adventure. But the thing is, this movie is kinda weird. And I mean weird for a movie about living toys that were made by a witch that deliver themselves on Christmas. For one thing, among the toys are these living colored pencils. Why the hell are they alive? With the other toys, it makes a little bit of sense, but just why? It just weirds me out. And if you think that's weird, wait till you see this. So the toys get lost in town, and while the aviator guy is scouting around, this happens.
Here, let me give you a hand.
Oh no! Oh, I'm done for! Whoa!
Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Mind telling me why you're here instead of wrapped up under some child's Christmas tree?
Well, hey, aren't you at all surprised to hear a toy talk?
Why, I can talk.
And just like that, your argument is invalid. So, yeah, the statue in the middle of town is also alive. And I guess it's always been. What's weird is, unlike stuff like Toy Story, where the toys have to maintain their secret for some reason, in this movie the toys do reveal themselves to people. And they actually don't seem too surprised by this. So that implies that people know that the statue is alive. Maybe he's a golem. Maybe they brought him to life to defend the town from the Grinch. Where's that Christmas special? Oh look, it's those spoiled twins from earlier, and they noticed the toys.
Only ignorant children believe in Santa Claus.
I agree. Now, Milford, what are those toys doing out wandering alone? And what is that?
Do you think it's Santa Claus?
Of course not. We don't believe in Santa Claus.
There are so many things wrong with that conversation that I don't even know where to start. Let's just move on. Then they have a dance party, because why the hell not? And suddenly one of the dolls is the size of the statue, and then they're at a ball? Like, what? What? Am I high right now? I feel like I might be high. How about we look into a subplot? So there are these two burglars who are planning to rob Granny Rose's toy shop, so they kidnap Christopher and make him sneak in through a window. But then the police show up and arrest them all.
We're gonna tell the cops you set it up. We're even gonna tell them you picked the store.
Ow!
Yeah, we'll let the cops take care of you for us.
Yeah, you're going up the river, see? The cops will surely believe what us two criminals gots to say.
So there was also another subplot about one of the toys wanting to go back to the shop, but that also goes nowhere. I'm sensing a theme here. But that does result in Mr. Grimm finding the rest of them, and the toy dog named Jingles ends up getting separated from the others trying to hold him off. Then the statue clobbers him and knocks him out. See, I told you he was a golem that protects the town. So they press on, and a few other toys find their homes. The dolls go to some sisters, and the surly boat captain goes to a kid named Sam.
Mama! Mama! Santa brought me a dolly! She's beautiful!
Samantha! What have I done?
I love it! I love it! I love it! But who messed up your face? I'll make you blonde curls and a nice little dress!
But I...
Wah, wah.
Well, now, what have we here?
Who are you?
Rascal is my name, sport.
Oh, apparently dogs can talk too. I'd be more jarred by this, but I just saw a statue come to life, so whatever.
Hey, I feel kind of strange.
You smell fine. What's the trouble?
I can bark! I've turned into a real dog!
Of course.
And now Jingles is a real dog. How? Why? I don't know, because Christmas, I guess. Anyway, Granny Rose seems better and finds out about the break-in and that not all the toys have been delivered.
Here comes a toy now, all by itself.
The skipper?
I escaped.
I mean, I escaped.
Okay, that was funny.
Please, ma'am, I beg you, can't you give me to a boy who lives near a lake? Or even the sea?
Of course.
Oh, thank you kindly, Granny Rose.
I don't know if that sits well with me. That girl was pretty happy to get him as a gift. I know she was rough with him, but still, you're kind of taking her toy away. That's just not cool. Oh well, I guess Granny Rose will get her a Barbie or something. By the way, were you wondering why the alternate title of this film was The Blue Arrow? It's because it's the name of the train that the toys have been traveling on. Not really sure why that was supposed to be the title of the film. It's barely even mentioned. Well, anyway, the train conductors seem to have found their child.
Gee willikers, now that's what I call a train.
Do you think young Charlie will be satisfied? With mere toys like us, I mean?
Ooh, suddenly I feel so inadequate. Granny Rose arrives at the police station to clear things up with Christopher and then goes off to deliver the rest of the toys. And there's one really nice scene where Christopher is dreaming of his deceased father. And it's actually pretty effective. Too bad it's in this weird movie. Then Christopher runs into Jingles and I guess they become friends. Then the townsfolk go after Mr. Grimm, and I'm not really sure how they found out about him, but whatever. He gets arrested, all of the money goes back to Granny Rose, she gives Christopher a job as one of Santa's helpers, and Christmas is saved. For another year. So that's how the toys saved Christmas. This movie's kind of a mess. Yeah, this movie's just all over the place. It doesn't seem to know what it wants to be. There are plot points that make no sense or just go nowhere, as well as pointless characters like the two robbers and the spoiled twins. Heck, I'm pretty sure Mr. Grimm could have been cut out and the movie could have just been about Granny Rose being sick and the toys delivering themselves on Christmas. Also, the design for the toys aren't very inspired. They just look like tiny people, not dolls or figures. And then there's, also there were a few things that were unsatisfying. I thought maybe the twins would have learned a lesson or something, and they implied that Mr. Grimm may have had a bad Christmas as a child.
Mama, where is my choo-choo?
But no redemption for him, just off to jail. And it got weird. Not as weird as Christmas in Tattertown, but still pretty weird. But there were a few nice things about it. It was very well animated. All of the movement is very fluid. Some of the toys were very charming, and it was very interesting learning about a little-known holiday tradition. Also, I feel like this movie was at least trying. Maybe they poured too much into one film, or maybe something got lost in translation. But at the end of the day, this is a movie that belongs back at the thrift store where I found it. And you know what? The talking toy thing did freak me out a little bit. Especially considering the toy collection I have. I mean, they can't really come to life, right?
Do not be silly. You are acting irrational.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, your toys cannot speak to you. It is just your imagination.
Okay. Well, anyway, in the spirit of the season, I won't toss this tape. And besides, I think this gives me an idea for this year's Obscurathon. But anyway, that's it for the Cartoon Clip Show for this year. Have a merry whatever you celebrate, and I'll see you in 2017. Oh, please, we all know the best way to get toys is through a monthly subscription service. Right, Shredder?